Good afternoon. Ralph E. Hartman here, out here on the roadside, Geneva again, right in candidate for Congress. As I said before, concerns continue every day, and earlier today wasn't an exception. I was out here on the roadside couple of miles north of here when one of the men who participates in the traffic confusion got into the sound of a truck saying a nuclear switch threat. You know, that's it sounds ridiculous, and I think it's ridiculous, but they say those kind of things. And I was on a bus stop at the time, and a lot of traffic was stopped. And I said, right there, I gestured to, and not the bus I just waved past, it was a truck earlier. So anyway, so I said for the people lined up in traffic to see that I had reacted because one of the men in the traffic said a nuclear switch. Well, hopefully it's of course false. I always hope that everything is controlled in Washington and that there won't be any nuclear war. So anyway, with that in mind, I've been I've been reviewing another item from years ago. There was a night that I decided to go ahead and review an old movie titled "The End of the World" from 1977, October of 1977. I think it's kind of a stupid movie myself, and I watched it for the first time on a night. I forget now, back in 2014. Well, anyway, there was live action during the viewing of the movie, and afterwards there was sinister organ music getting into the sound of the fan, and maybe in other areas sound. And an old man alleges being a priest at an obscene accusation. But an old movie is just an old movie, and it's portrayed as fiction. And this isn't to say that I think that anything in it resembled me, because it didn't. And I didn't think of anything of any of the characters as resembling anything that I'd ever experienced. It's just that some of the artwork on the subject worried me. And I had experienced a couple of real secret smears earlier in life. I had never been involved in entertainment, but others associated with the abused family and others had influence in entertainment. And I learned through many years later that they used that influence along with the secret malpractice accusations that I didn't learn anything of until after many years passed. Well, anyway, the only reason that I decided to mention some details in a letter to a newspaper back then, and whomever else I might have sent to, was because on the movie's theatrical poster, the Earth is portrayed as seen from a distance, partly eclipsed, and the artwork of it very much looks like a contorted man's face with an emphasis of an eye and an emphasis of some kind of contamination on the outer corner of the eye. So as I'm saying this, I think you would also be kind of interested if you were hearing that in traffic sound, some that participated with the old malpractice are wanting to voice over and emphasize a few of the words. Emphasize the word I, for example. Well, the indication was, of course, the movie being from '77, was that there was a lasting smear about the hazing in the Everglades back when I was in college in Miami. A doctor. I went to a doctor because a real bad eye injury got very bad. The injury wasn't so bad itself, but the infection got really bad. And at the time, I just assumed it was because of dirty water, swamp water. Was where they took us out to the hazing. It was at the Everglades on an old abandoned missile site or missile radar site. And the doctor I went to was in the Dayland Mall area, and he kind of amusedly looked at me and said, "If you waited another day or two, you'd have been blinded in that eye." So anyway, it had been kind of a serious injury, but all it needed was some antibiotic, and it healed very quickly. Well, anyway, that isn't the subject of this, because some others through the years after did have various influence, including, like I said, in movies and also in politics. I worried, what if somebody about the isolating me who secretly pivoted on the old injury for their own conspiring that I don't really know anything. So anyway, I've attached the edited report to this video. This is always only for the world and our nation being safe, secure. I don't agree about any religious predictions of the end of the world. I don't agree with any non-religious conspiring to destroy the world. That I believe that with God, the world is always to be perpetuated, and we're supposed to try to be better and better about it as we can. So anyway, again, I hope everyone's having a good day. And thanks for your consideration.